I will be one of the first people to tell you it's a really bad idea to get caught up in a party scene of any type, but especially when you're messing with psychedelics, because you don't really notice the impact quite as hard. You know, psychedelic people that use psychedelics are usually going to be a little bit more gentle and stuff. But the truth is, if they're fucked, I don't know if I can say that on this podcast. Yeah. Can I swear in here?
Yeah.
If they're fucked up people, they're going to be fucked up doing no matter what it is that they're doing. And it doesn't matter, drugs, business, family life, too much church. It could be anything in an extreme amount. And they'll be fucked up people because they'll find a way to be fucked up people in that field that they're comfortable expressing themselves way too much inside of. So to me, psychedelics is more of a tool for if you're trying to, because the whole goal here, and I think the reason that we're even like doing this podcast or doing this organic farming and trying to teach people about how to grow their own food is because this is a thing that builds up and out, and it supports other people and helps them to heal too. So psychedelics is this mini tiny window inside of that whole lifestyle where you're trying to really make an impact or, you know, share the right, this is miracle berry, it will help you in this way. This is, you know,
it's
aloe,
knowledge.
it's going to help you. Maybe you can drop your psoriasis stuff, you know, try this aloe mix. And
that is why we're doing it too, by the way. Exactly. To share with each other.
Yeah. So if me recommending to somebody that has PTSD, you might want to try microdosing and see if it alters your thing. You know what I mean? It may be something to consider because the alternative is being on huge amounts of antidepressants, disassociatives, antipsychotics, all these things that you might possibly not even need by just not even tripping, but taking a little tiny small version of that and see if it affects your daily life, you know, if it makes things easier.
Dude, exactly. And what you're talking about, by the way, for people who are like freaked out, like, oh, am I going to like just see stars and freak out and like have no control? You're talking about microdosing, right? It's like,
exactly.
It's where it's just subtle, like a little enhancement.
Yeah, I think if we were talking about the How to Get Fucked Up on Psychedelics podcast, we would be able to fill about 8 hours of totally different material than what I think we're shooting for here.
But you know what I'm saying, right? It's the microdose. I just wanted to bring that up. Like, how is that changed the game for you? Do you do that at all? Like,
I do microdose. I wouldn't say you know, it's really hard, especially when you know other people are going to be listening to this and da-da-da-da-da. You want to give the clearest information possible, but also make it very realistic. I would say I microdose, once a month, let's say, to 2 times a month. Yeah, something like that. There might be 2 months in there where I just don't touch anything at all. But on average, like when
it's not something you want to do like right after, right? Yeah,
I think that's your biggest call into like any of the actual effective things that help your mind. If you're taking any stuff, I don't care if it's alcohol, food, whatever it is, you're taking it, you're eating, you're consuming it, and then within another hour, you want more of that same thing, even though you were full or you already felt like you were intoxicated. That thing is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? That's an addictive, terrible thing. And the cool thing with, you know, not just psilocybe cubensis, but peyote. Peyote is another one. And I say peyote, but I really mean ornamental cactuses that you can buy from any garden store.
It's literally a cactus plant. Yeah. People don't know. Yeah.
It is true though. Yeah. Like these things they're not illegal for a reason because you're not just going to accidentally walk out and buy something from Home Depot and then somehow you're tripping balls. You know what I mean? There's a reason that it's like that. But those things, they're never something that you're going to use more than once, maybe once a year. Maybe, you know, in a microdose, now you're talking about you're not even tripping. You're using this as something that makes your mood more brilliant. It makes your conversation abilities more creative for a little while. You're about to go sit down and do, you know, your essay for your thing, or you're about to make a painting. I'm going to take a little microdose, as long as the situation's good. I'm going to microdose a little bit before I go and grab my paints, and I'm going to put some music on. Music is another drug.
Do you paint, by the way?
Yeah, I do. I like to do some kind of like,
that's amazing.
Not just psychedelic stuff, but like, and detail tech pen stuff. But if I'm trying to come up with a new idea or a new approach to a problem, a very tiny version of the same dosage is like a little window into that same thing.
No, it's cool. It's like
without having the life-altering effects.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little window into that. Yeah. Little thinking brilliantly.
Yeah.
We're in the garden. It's existential. existential.